Hi there, I'm Josh from FXhome, and today we're going to be looking at the new features added in Imerge version 3.0. If you don't already have the software, well, just check in the description, there's a link so you can download the demo. Let's get started. First up is group layers. This is a new type of layer that lets you organize your compositions, putting related layers together into a parent layer. Group layers can have their own masks and effects, which apply to the combined result of all the sub-layers being composited together. This is useful when you want to isolate effects and masks to a particular set of layers rather than an individual layer. You can also use this to change the behavior of compositing in various circumstances by choosing one of two render modes from the layer properties. The default mode is pre-compose. This takes any of the sublayers and renders them on top of the transparent pixels for the background. The result is then composited on top of the layers below the group. The alternative is pass-through. What this does is it takes everything below your group, flattens it, and it uses that as the background and then layers up the things inside your group on top of that one by one. This is useful if you wanted to take an adjustment layer and put it in a group to organize it, but still wanted it to affect everything below the adjustment layer in your composite. Number 2, knockout and clip blend modes. Here we have a project with an image in the background. Then we have a group containing a solid layer with a mask to create a square shape and the text on top of that. Setting the text blend mode to knockout will let you punch through the layer below the current one. In this project, we have some text in a group with an image of paint below that. With the group set to pre-compose and the blend mode of the text above it set to clip, you can use the text as a clipping mask to make sure the image only appears inside the text. The straighten tool takes the guesswork out of how much to rotate images to get the horizon to be perfectly level. It works on the entire canvas when you have no images selected, or on individual layers if you do have one selected. Simply select the tool and draw a straight line across your horizon, and the correct transformation will be applied to make for a perfectly horizontal horizon line. Number 4, layout tools. Imerge Pro 3 has a new set of tools which help you easily lay out items on your canvas. Simply select the layers you want to align, then go to the layout menu and you can choose to align them in different ways. For instance, the center and the edge of the canvas, the center and edge of the bounding box of the items you've selected. You can also select multiple layers and choose a distribute options. This will space them evenly across various ways. Number 5, remove stock background. The new remove stock background effect helps you take stock images that have a pure white or black background and remove it. Let's check this out using this picture of a city skyline. Now we'll add a stock photo of some fireworks on the top. We then add the remove stock background effect. Instantly this has removed the black. We can then refine this with the balance slider, moving it to the left to restore some of the original, or to the right to take even more away. Number 6, colorized black and white. Colorized black and white is a new effect which lets you take black and white images and map it to a single color or color gradient. Let's take a look at this in action. This image contains a black and white image of a plate of food, and we're going to turn this into a color photo. Looking at the effects in the adjustment layer above the image, we can see lots of instances of the colorized black and white filter. Each filter has a mask tracing around an object in the scene. As we switch them on, you can see the scene building up into a realistic color photo. First the bun, where we have used a gradient to simulate the coloring more realistically. Next we have the lettuce, where we're using a green gradient. As we step through the effects, you can see more and more color being introduced. When we get to the table at the top, you'll notice that it's using a solid color, not a gradient, as that's sufficient as you don't need different colors in the shadows and highlight areas. Number 7, high pass sharpen. A new sharpening technique has been added in the high pass sharpening effect. This lets you dial in the size of the features you want to sharpen and how much you want to sharpen them. You can toggle on a view to show the underlying high pass filter, which shows what is being sharpened. You also can select the blend mode to get a more subtle or stronger result. There's no need to build up a stack of layers that are combining a high pass filter and blend modes. It's all done in one convenient plugin, so it's really quick to edit when you change your mind. We've also included the high pass part of this as a separate effect for more advanced use cases. Imerge 3 is out and ready to download today. In the last tutorial, we showed you how you could use blend modes to get the most out of your images. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more Imerge content in the future.